Hey, welcome to View from the Pew. I'm Chris Pew, talking to fascinating people around the world, and we've got one today, Nebojsa. He's from Croatia, and he is Oscar qualifying for a new short film that came out, "The Man Who Could Not Remain Silent." Fascinating story about a passenger train traveling from Belgrade to Bar, where paramilitary stops the train. There was an ethnic cleansing operation, and it tells a story about one man's bravery. You can watch this film in various places around Ohio. We will share that on the description that goes to the podcast. But I'm excited to have the boy show with us today. Hey, how's it going, man?
Hi, thank you for having me.
Thank you. And, a fascinating story of what happened over there. I love how you're able to share that not just with your country in Croatia, but with the world too.
Yeah.
What's it like? It's a very powerful story. What's it like not just putting it together, but sharing it? It seems like it tells a lot about what's happening back then. It probably tells us some lessons of how we can treat each other right now.
Yes, well, this is the story. The film is based on a real event, unfortunately, on
Hmm.
a horrible war crime. But what actually inspired me was the fact that this story, although the real event happened in 1993, I think all of us can identify with the situation, even today, because basically it is a story about people, just civilians, on a public train, living their lives, going their ways every day, going to visit family or coming back home, and they just find themselves in a situation which is very dangerous, and completely unexpected. And they have only a couple of minutes to decide what they will do. Are they going to do something? Are they going just to stay quiet, stay still, and hope for the best? And these are situations that's happen to all of us. Luckily, not in such extreme ways, that our life is in danger. But there are many situations in our lives when we witness some violence that is not maybe we are maybe not direct victims, but we can interfere or we can stay silent in these situations. It's up to us to decide what to do at that moment, and this is what is universal in this story.
What do you think made the man different? Because, like you said, it's so easy that, even if you see something happen, you're horrified by it. You're kind of like, hey, maybe if I stay quiet, I can like escape without any trouble. What do you think was the difference in the man in the story about how standing up? What do you think drove him to do that when it's so easy just to ignore it or just hide? And
Well, some people are just cannot stand injustice when they see it,
Mhm.
and they're brave enough to try to do something.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, such people are very, very rare. If
Mhm.
many of us would be like that, maybe our world will be different. And maybe the whole history of the world will be different. And this is something to think about. Why the most of us in the situations of like the most difficult and most serious situations, why many of us stay silent. This is the question this film asks.
Okay, very, very good, and hopefully it's inspiring to people. I know not everybody goes through a, ethnic cleansing situation, but even in our personal lives, sometimes you see somebody being mistreated on the road or something like that. What do you do? So yeah, I love the idea. I think it shares some really good lessons. Um, what's it like putting together a short film? I know a lot of times there's a lot of great short films out there. I think a lot of us are used to seeing the full length feature films. What makes putting together a short film differently? It seems like
Yeah.
you have a short time to tell a story. Is it like, do you try to get to the point a lot quicker? What goes in the short film over against a long feature film?
Well, first you need to have a script that works in a short time. So
Hmm.
basically, what I intended to do, what I wanted to do, and hopefully I succeeded, is to put the audience very fast in a very heightened situation. I have only a couple of minutes to establish the main character, to establish the situation, and to create high suspense. So, and this is how this film was written. That already after 5 minutes of film, the situations is in a high suspense mode, already, and it is quite a challenge for a filmmaker. But also, I believe that it is in today's world. Many people don't have any more time, for watch feature length films, and
Yeah.
I believe that short films are coming back big, and that's me included,
Yeah.
with the rhythm of our lives, with the family, with the job, with everything, very often in the evening I have only 30 minutes of attention to watch something, and so that was a challenge for me to make a film that works in only 15 minutes, but that tells complex story and leaves some hopefully lasting impression on the audience.
Is it does it take as much time to write the script? I mean, obviously it's a shorter film, but it sounds like you really have to pour over the script to make sure the script, like you said, it works. It works in telling a short story, and probably you have to refine it to make sure it's concise and to the point too. It seems like it probably take as much time as doing a longer script, right?
Yeah, well, it took quite a long time because I did a huge research of real life events, because I wanted to be fair to the victims who are still families of the victims are still alive. It was 30 years ago. That's not long time ago. So some people who were on the train will watch the film. So I read maybe 1,000 pages of different documents from court cases that are connected to the case, newspapers, articles. So it took me a couple of months to write the script, and then
Okay.
also we prepared for the filming very carefully. I had 6 months of preparation. I made the very precise shooting board and prepared filmed the whole film before the real filming, just with a cell phone, So everything needed to be perfect. So we worked really hard to when we got to these 4 days of shooting. In the end, the shooting lasted only for 4 days, but we prepared for a couple of years, I think.
Sounds good. What have you heard back from the families? Like, have you shared it with some of the families or maybe authorities involved? What's the feedback been so far?
Well, we still have to do a premiere in Montenegro, where most of the families of the victims are based. But I got many, many messages over social networks, including from the people who are directly connected to the case, and also I got a beautiful message from the son of the main character, who
Oh,
Tomo
wow.
Buzov, his son Darko Buzov. I was in contact with him even before filming, because I wanted to let him know that we're filming a film about his father, who was a hero. But also after he saw the film, he wrote me a beautiful message, and soon I will travel to Belgrade to meet him personally, and I'm very much looking forward to it.
Oh, wow. Great. Uh, was is that what drove you to the story? Just like the beauty of the man who stood up and everything. Like, what drew you to that particular story to tell?
Well, first, this is extremely dark stories, very
Right.
horrible war crime, But
Right.
there is something in it which is very inspiring, and this is one man who was brave enough to stood up to the injustice and to the violence, And such stories need to be told, stories about the bravery and of people who are better than most of us, So this is
Hmm.
for sure this was the inspiration for the film, but also what I said before, the fact that I think that even this story happened in a wartime 30 years ago, a lot of us in a peacetime can identify with this situation, not in extreme way, but if you are witness to some injustice, what do you do? That's the
Yeah.
question the film asks.
Yeah, there's a popular TV show up here, like it literally is that. What would you do? Where they kind of share situations here in America, and it's kind of hidden camera, and they kind of evaluate how people react to it. So yeah, yeah, definitely very intriguing and interesting.
Yeah, that's something I hope that people will think when the film ends, to think about our. I was thinking about myself, what I would do when I was writing the script, and that was the inspiration. And we talked with all of us in the crew, actors, producers. We all tried to imagine what will we do in a similar situation in our lives.
It's hard to think because, like, this is your baby. You've been working on it. You wonder how you would react. And do you think you would be more apt to react that way after you told the story and everything?
Well, I don't know really,
Yeah.
because I don't think that any of us is a hero, really.
Yeah.
But some people surprise us, when the moment comes,
Yeah.
yeah, we can get surprised, but the people we least expect to be surprised by.
Yeah, definitely. You are nominated for award. I think this is your first Oscar. Well, you're not nominated yet. This short film qualifies for the Oscar, so it's up for potential nomination.
Yeah.
Is this the first time this has happened for you?
Yes, it's the first time.
Okay.
Well, we won Palme d'Or in Cannes with this short film,
Yeah.
which was unbelievable because never ever before Croatian film won Palme d'Or, short film,
Yeah.
short fiction film. So even to be in competition was amazing, and when we won, it was so crazy celebrating that now everything else, getting shortlisted for Oscars seems unbelievable, but now anything can happen. So we'll see.
What's that process like? I mean, I know, like, how many films they actually nominate, how many you're up against. Like, is there 100 films out there and you're one of a couple that could be nominated? What's that process look like?
Well, I don't know specifically. I don't know precisely how many films, but roughly.
Yeah.
First you need to win some big festival. We were lucky. We won two. We won Cannes and we won another one, which was in Australia, in Melbourne, and so that qualified us for Oscars. And so
Okay.
all over the world, different film festivals qualify other films, and then it's up to 100 films get qualified for the Oscars. And then there are a couple of rounds of voting by Academy members. And in the first round, they will vote for the 15 best films. So 15 films will be shortlisted. And then there will be second round of voting where there will be 5 films nominated. And these 5 teams will go to the Oscar ceremony, and then out of these 5 nominations, one will win Academy Award. So we are now in election. The elections are everywhere, including United States, this year. But for us, it's different kind of elections. Will be voted for by Academy members. Yeah. So we are also in campaign, sort of campaign.
Hopefully, your election's a little less competitive than
yeah, for sure.
Hopefully, there's no anger.
Much more friendly. No. This is
I mean, I know you're competitive and you want to win, but don't storm the Capitol or anything else like that.
No. I think. Yeah.
But so it looks like you'll find out in January then, right? If you're nominated or not.
Yeah, I think so. That is
great.
In beginning of next year. So
we'll definitely be rooting for you. And like I said, check out the film. Again, there are places around Ohio. I see about 20 that was sent to me. We'll include the whole list, so definitely check out. If they can't make it to the locations this weekend, can you watch it online, or what's the best place to see if we can't go to the locations?
Well, it's still on the festivals all over the United States and all over the world. So we are still not streaming anywhere, But I hope soon that we will also come to some streaming platform. And but for now, I invite everybody who are interested to look for Manhattan Shorts. Is one of the festivals that screens in different places all over the United States, and some other festivals. And also, I love to hear feedback, from the audience. So if I'm easy to find on Facebook, on Instagram. So if you watch the film, if you hate it or like it or love it, I'm interested in all kind of reactions, because as filmmakers, rarely get direct feedback from the audience because we are far away, But it helps us also get better in the future to hear what people liked and what they hated.
Well, we are definitely rooting for you. So, like I said, this weekend, there's going to be showings of the film. Again, if you're out and about at a film festival, I think the closest one we have to us in Ohio, Cleveland, Ohio, has a pretty big film festival. I'm not sure if your film will be there or not, but check it out. And again, when the Oscars come out, we hope your film gets nominated and hopefully gets nominated win. So we'll definitely root for Nebojsa. All right.
Thank you very much. Yeah, if I win, and then yeah, I will send you, I don't know, a special link for your audience of the film. Even if I get nominated. So
Well, you gotta mention us in your award speech. I mean, I'm just like, give us a thank
okay.
you. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. All right, well, Nebojsa, thank you so much for your time. Hang out for a minute just afterwards. And thanks everyone for checking out View from the Pew. Have a great day, everybody.
Okay, thank you.